Now, as part of our series, The Missing, we continue exploring the science of forensic art and the role it plays in finding missing people and solving local crime. In part one, we introduced you to the newest full-time forensic artist in town. Tonight, he and others in the Houston Police Department explain how one Houstonian inspired all of them and set standards for the industry nationwide.
I've always been fascinated with art. The previous forensic artist, Lois Gibson, saw some of my artwork and said, you need to be a forensic artist.
I grew up drawing. I drew all the time. I saw a sketch on television. I saw it, I said, hey, I can do that. And I ran into her office one day, like Officer Thurston. I said, listen, I believe I can do that. And I brought some of my fine art, and she looked at it, she said, maybe so, maybe so.
I've been drawing my whole life. I always thought it was something just kind of you do it for fun. I saw one of Lois's classes online and signed up for that.
She's great. I mean, you know, I think of her as like another mom to me.
What was the expression on his face when he said whatever he said to you?
Lois Gibson started at the Houston Police Department in 1989, inspired by her own experience nearly being killed during an assault in her early 20s. She has since earned the Guinness World Record for the most identifications by a forensic artist. That happened in 2017.
She was considered the #1 forensic artist in the United States.
By then, she had well over 1,000 cases solved, and she has helped with many since and inspired many other artists in the process. Adrian White was the backup for Lois Gibson for years.
What was Lois like?
Lois is eccentric. One of the greatest things I can say about Lois Gibson is that she actually cares deeply about each victim. And it shows in her work, and she makes the victims feel like they're being helped. The art is one thing, but to be able to communicate with somebody and pull out the best out of them while comforting them at the same time is just such a phenomenal thing that she does. They feel the compassion, and they feel that the person that's assisting them really cares about them.
After 39 years solving cases with her art, Lois retired in 2021. But her rich legacy lives on, not just in the Houston law enforcement community, but nationwide.
But nobody can draw like Lois, first of all, okay? But at least some of the way I deal with people and the way I communicate with people, I hope that that's rubbed off on me.
He told me about how Lois with the eyes could bring life to eyes. I was absolutely fascinated. And she still teaches classes. Tomorrow in part 3, our artists will talk about how to know if you could make it in forensics. Some of them had no formal training before starting. So join us tomorrow and catch the full series on fox26houston.com under The Missing.